Hey there, in this video I'm talking all into and around self-sabotage. Now, self-sabotage is one of those things that I think that we can all relate to. Like every single one of us runs some kind of program in terms of self-sabotage. So whether you have just broke your dry January pledge, whether you have fallen off the wagon in terms of your healthy eating regime, you've broken your diet, or you haven't done those things with your business that you promised that you would at the beginning of the year. I think we can all relate to self-sabotage. Now, self-sabotage is one of those funny ones because it can come about and appear in your life and creep in when you're least expecting it. And it can play up and show up in really subtle ways. So I had a big realization recently in terms of self-sabotage. Obviously, as a coach, I do a lot of work on myself. And as I'm writing blogs, as I'm filming things, I often have realizations of the funny little things that I have not yet cleared up. So whilst I am out and about walking my dogs or in the garden, I'm often without makeup, in scruffy clothes, not polished at all. And I was realizing that, especially around the lake where I go, I was having some really great juicy insights that would create really great thought-provoking thoughts for my clients and for people like you guys who are listening to my content. However, I was stopping myself from creating these videos when I had this inspiration because I thought, my hair isn't done, I've got no makeup on, I'm not looking perfect, rah, rah, rah. And then by the time I got home and made myself look pretty, then I'd forget I wasn't inspired. It wasn't in the right time and space. It wasn't coming from an authentic point of view. And so I realised that actually by me wanting to be perfect and look all polished, I was holding myself back from being the authentic me and giving you a really great opportunity to listen to some heartfelt, spur of the moment, inspired content which can support you on your journey. So that was one of the little show-ups for me recently where I realised that I was procrastinating in serving you guys to the best of my ability because of my need to be perfect. And I think that so many of us can relate to this as well in terms of this need to be perfect, because we're all wrapped up in this social media game right now, or we're watching other people's lives that seem wonderful and polished and ideal from the outside, and people don't show you on social media what's really going on. The down days, the bad times, the days when people have bloaty stomachs or have spots on their face or whatever it is. So I think that it's really easy to fall into that trap of needing to be perfect. Now, the thing is about self-sabotage, it's wrapped up so deeply in the unconscious mind that we don't even, most of the time consciously, unless you're working with a coach, realise where these thoughts of self-sabotage come from. And where they basically come from is a fear. So fear of failure, fear of success, fear of something different, fear of fill in the blank. Now, those fears come from a combination of beliefs. I am not good enough. I am unworthy. I don't deserve it. I am unlovable. Something like that. Are you feeling like that is familiar, what I'm saying there? Because if you are, then you will understand that you also have some patterns of self-sabotage that are going on in your unconscious mind that are stopping you from being the very best version of yourself. So a couple of tips here, actually 3 tips that I would suggest that you would do to help yourself to prevent this self-sabotage from holding you back from really reaching your goals. Because basically what self-sabotage does, it stops us from getting to where we really want to get to, and it keeps us stuck. So you have to ask yourself this question: are my daily actions in line with where I want to be, with the outcomes that I want to create, with the goals that I want to achieve? And it's a really great question, because if your daily habits and your daily actions are not aligned, then it's time to look a little bit deeper. So, 3 tips here. What I would suggest is journal. If you don't already have a journal, get one. Get a nice, shiny, sparkly book that you enjoy writing in, that at the end of the day, you can start to write down any kind of thoughts, anything that bothered you, things that you should be doing that maybe you didn't, any kind of upsetness, just so that you get to know yourself on a deeper, more intimate level. And really, you're the one person that you deserve to grow your relationship with. Another thing is, and things that I always say, is what? Meditate, 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 meditate. Get into the habit of being quiet so that you can listen to those small whispers that your unconscious mind gives to you on a daily basis. But you need to be quiet in order for this to happen. So, and then you ask the question. So that's 3 things. Asking yourself the question, is what I'm doing right now aligned with my goals, my desires, or my outcomes? Journal your thoughts, your emotions, your goals, journal, write it all down, just write it all down. And also it's really good to get that clutter out of your mind, and then meditate. So there's 3 ways of being able to acknowledge and understand where this self-sabotage is coming from. Without that awareness, you can never do anything. You can never change something that you're not aware of. So really important to understand more about yourself in terms of self-sabotage so that you can stop it in its tracks. So it does not have any power, and it doesn't stop you from being the magnificent, amazing person that you are here to be. You have got this. You are worthy. You are good enough. Lots of love. Take care.